I guess on the bright side, you get to beat the shit out of women.
What the fuck?
Fucking pronouns!
What is woke? When this word became popular, initially the meaning of this term was an individual became more aware of the social injustice, or basically any current affairs related to like bias, discrimination, or double standards. However, as time passed, people started using this term recklessly, stupidly, perhaps killing the word entirely.
Fucking Afrofuturism game, man. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna take this shit seriously. Fuck this.
He's just fucking black, man. Let's get one thing out of the way, guys. We all know gamers in our current day society are the most oppressed, and I have watertight proof to back this up. Section 8, pronouns in Starfield. I know. When I saw this, ooh, when I tell you my blood was boiling. When I saw those darn pronouns, I almost told my wife's boyfriend about it from how fucking pissed I was. Was that not enough evidence to quench your unlimited thirst for knowledge, you little freaking weirdo munchkin? Section B, gendered bathrooms in Dead Space Remake. Ugh, that bitch Glenn Schofield, how dare he? I can feel my skin crawling. Those fucking bathrooms, I can't take it, these darn woke fucking libtards. Ugh. Oh, don't believe me yet? Are you still trying to use that weak, feeble mind of yours, trying to convince yourself that gaming isn't woke? Section C, I activate my trap card, motherfucker! Eli Vance from Half-Life 2. Now you're probably asking, Knight, how is this woke? And my answer to that is, are you stupid? He's black. Look at him. And we all know black people is just a lie the woke media made to control all of us. Think, YouTube user. Those 5G rays your phone has is making you a sissy. But you're not listening to me. Your phone is woke. Your dog is woke. Marvin Branagh from Resident Evil 2 is woke. And even worse, gaming is woke. Think of Dan Versus with a porn addiction and lots of Nazi fan fiction, and this is basically the synthetic man. The one man that killed the meaning of woke and overused it to oblivion. Anything that isn't a white man is considered woke to him.
Very little about it other than it being an FPS, but given the diverse cast...
Huh? What? Woke counter from diverse cast? Is it because there's a black guy, or is it because there's a woman, synthetic man? You gotta tell me, man. I don't understand anymore.
Take a look at what the average Nintendo family looks like.
As I pause this video and I stare into the sunset and I think to myself, am I the woke or the wokey? I proceed to stare down at my black melanated hands and I look up at the beautiful creature that is synthetic man. If only I was white like you, synthetic man! A beautiful, white, balding man! In the few short clips I've shown you can automatically piece together his character very easily. He's a part of the Sigma-based gaming community that calls any video game or piece of media woke. No, synthetic man, just because a certain character is black does not mean it's woke. And maybe I could have tossed him a bone, a white bone obviously, if his argument was race-swapping characters, because even a melanated man such as myself would be pissed if a character got race-swapped. For example, Ariel. Instead of creating something interesting or original, they race-swapped a character, and this feels wrong because it comes off as pandering or trying to win brownie points.
By this black and Asian couple, but to average people, is it not just distracting after a certain point?
What the fuck? Now you're probably asking, why do you care about this guy's opinion so much? Probably the fact that this dude has mathematically and scientifically perfected the most brain-dead YouTube audience known to man. Don't believe me? Just look at this shit, man. Gaming is dead. Movies are dead. Music is dead. Well, that's great. That's just fucking great, man. Now what the fuck are we supposed to do? We're in some real pretty shit now, man. This dude probably thinks Eminem is the greatest rapper ever just for the fact that he raps fast. But seriously, guys, how narrow and small is your worldview? Perspective is important, and the lack of having perspective and the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes is the cause of any human conflict. This man's worldview is as small as the bridge between his eyebrows. You cannot comprehend what representation is. Almost everyone wants a character that they can point at and yell, "That's me." Sometimes, and I'm sorry for ruining your escapism immersion here, the character can be black. Now, does this mean the only way for someone to be represented is through skin color? Of course not. Look at Goku. This motherfucker is more popular in Mexico than he is in Japan. Cosplaying and seeing yourself in a character is a powerful form of expression, and my people are kind of limited when it comes to this type of stuff. I mean, yeah, I could cosplay as a white character, but I also don't want to be called Nigato the next time I roll up to a fucking Comic-Con function. Or even worse, get called Leon Niggity. And once again, synthetic man, just because the character is black does not mean the game is woke. And this entire perspective can be applied to gay people as well, and I guarantee your assessment of gay people is very, very fucking narrow. The first thing you see when you boot up your cum-stained TV is Big Black Cock News and see the evil demon gay pride parade where they have their nipples hooked up to a fucking car battery. Now, as much as you claim that dreaded libtards are influenced by propaganda, so are you. But no!
disgusting and evil. These darn gays have to be evil.
You shut your dumb ass up for 7 milliseconds right now. Something that for some reason surprises me is the lack of knowledge that some people have when it comes to communities and overgeneralizing said community. There will always be a quote-unquote bad bunch in any community, and this is undeniable. There will be bad people in the gay community. There will be pedos in the Minecraft community. There will be bad people in the white community. There will be bad people in the black community. There will be bad people in the Hispanic community. Now, does this define who they are as a person? And the obvious answer is no. I've never seen someone as obsessed with skin color or woke propaganda as this man. And the fact that diversity bothers you so much to the point of calling a game bad and woke is fucking malarkey. And when it really comes down to it, it's not that deep. It's never that deep. When I saw the gendered bathroom in Dead Space, my first reaction was, in fact, not to bitch on Twitter. You know what I did? The fact that these people care so much about such a minute detail is insane to me. If I'm still getting viciously molested by an alien, then the game still serves its original purpose.
Hey, this is clearly the sissy 5G waves influencing you to conform to this propaganda of replacing posters with colored people and gender-neutral bathrooms.
Now, I don't know how you play games, Synthetic Man, but usually when I play, I'm not staring at posters for longer than a fucking nanosecond. If it bothers you so much, just make a mod that removes it like they did with the fucking trans flag truck in Cyberpunk. Synthetic Man and many others have completely taken the meaning out of woke, overusing it to the point it reaches irony. Stop playing Vidget 2 months ago. Sick of these fuckers ruining everything. I'd rather read 100-year-old books. I live in Canada, where everyone is a shit-lib Marxist, and I need to escape that hellscape reality somehow. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. We all know books from 100 years ago aren't woke, so this is obviously the direction we have to go.
As Alan Wake 2 wins again. We'll give the disclaimer once again. I did not play Alan Wake 2. Everything I've heard about it tells me this is fucking bullshit.
What the fuck? I love how honest you are about all this bullcrap. I'm glad I grew up in the golden age of gaming when it was just fun and magical. Not a chore and a lecture. This channel gives me a good laugh. No thanks, fuck that. Lol. Ah yes, the golden age of gaming. If only we could go back to the age of the Atari where it was just beeps and bloops. I bet this motherfucker was pissed when they revealed Samus was actually a girl. A huge thing this guy harps on is women being ugly in video games. Now, Synthetic Man, I know you've never been close to a woman in your life, but this is gonna knock your gamer socks off. Women do in fact grow peach fuzz. Aloy, a warrior that's probably never heard what the fuck shaving is gonna grow hair. Ugly women can also be subjective. Girls can be conventionally attractive, meaning most people agree to their attractiveness, but just because some girls in video games do not look like your modded Skyrim wenches does not mean they're ugly. The logic Synthetic Man has is clearly, if me can't jerk off to video game women, then women serve no purpose and is ugly. Why are you surprised that a girl from Last of Us doesn't look like a supermodel? She comes from a fucking zombie apocalypse. I really doubt she has the time to be putting on a pound of foundation mid-gunfight. Not just video games. It's everywhere. An infiltration, plain and simply. This dude is treating diversity like it's the fucking Vietnam War. Guys, it's really not that serious. Some sensible human beings could probably see Synthetic Man's perspective and maybe reach common ground if this man wasn't so obsessed with irrelevant information about most characters. Imagine developing a game for years and finally seeing the fruits of your labor. You finally won at something, and someone immediately downplays your achievement by saying it's woke and it only won because your main character was a little brown girl.
A brown little girl, which I'm sure is the only reason why it won.
Yes, Synthetic Man, you are so smart. Please give me more of your wisdom. Holy shit. You are the king of assuming. Buddy, you don't know shit about what Synthetic Man is actually thinking. But then again, normies like you can't do anything against him other than try to bully him for his opinions and beliefs. In addition, to gaslight people into thinking he's objectively wrong, while the only thing you're doing is spreading your opinion as a given fact. Synthetic Man creates balance, and that is really important in this industry. And I'm thankful for his videos and his insight into the current state of gaming. Stop with these conspiracies about him being racist.
Because it wasn't enough to have a minority Spider-Man.
Nazi.
I don't know, small hats.
Homophobic.
By this woke piece of trash. Do I need to remind you of the gay homecoming dance mission?
Sexist.
Huge woke moment.
Etc. when he's not. Is framing someone for being that the only counter argument you have when it doesn't even have anything to do with the topic? You guys are just too narrow-minded, winded in your views. Grow up and accept that you are different people here in this world with just as valid opinions as yours. Accept your opinions that you present as facts in front of others. Yeah, I can see your brain wide open. It's for your own good mental health and sanity. Stop being so negative towards others you can't affect in any state, no matter how much you think you can. Ironic cannot even describe this comment. What I'm getting from this is if he was more like Ultra Gamer Austin, he would be the premier YouTuber on this site.
You hate politics, yet you bring it up a lot.
Oh, he's fucked. I would honestly not even have a problem with this dude and his opinions if he kept his brain-dead audience on a fucking leash. As a YouTuber/influencer, you are partially responsible for your audience, and I say partially because your audience, as brainwashed as they are, still have free will and can choose not to listen to what you're saying. Your audience is a reflection of who you are. You're saying these things thinking your audience is a bunch of level-headed adults, but in reality are 14-year-old black-pilled, military-obsessed, little dark age playing incels that don't understand the concept of different worldviews and mindsets. So pick your chin up, stop flexing as if you have any muscle, and hit the fucking books because you are the carbon textbook copy of a loser nematode that needs to go outside.
In the past, I made the mistake of thinking that video games were supposed to be fun. My naive younger self foolishly played Grand Theft Auto with a smile on my face as I plowed through pedestrians on the sidewalk. I'm just kidding, by the way.
I'm glad he told us that was a joke. I would have, probably not laughed as hard as I did just then. The dude that you see on screen that has the voice of the AI TikTok narrator is a YouTuber by the name of Disillusioned Player. He made his biggest video on February 3rd, 2023, titled I'm Tired of Woke Video Games. And I'm glad he included the wokest of them all, fucking Portugal, ladies and gentlemen. Portugal. I remember that one time I went to Portugal and I got my dick sucked by a woke-colored gay guy. Disillusioned Player, although very delusional, actually has well-written arguments, and the way he articulates himself is a lot better than Dan Versus. Now, just because he articulates himself well does not mean he's mentally sane. Just like Synthetic Man, except a little less, you will call simply anything with a hint of gay woke.
You like the theme of wholesome friendship in Stranger Things? Well, think again, because now Will is gay.
Wholesome friendship ruined from gay. Confirmed. This victim mentality these Sigma-based people have is genuinely something I can't wrap my head around. The constant need of wanting to be the victim in every quote-unquote woke video game is something that just really needs to stop. Woo! Non-binary, Tendo, and Gay Station, rise up! We have to take a stand.
Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what? Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit!
Now, you're probably wondering why this modern day Humpty Dumpty is screaming about pronouns in a video game. This is HeelvsBabyface, and on September 1st, 2023, he had a mental breakdown on stream about the ability for you to pick your own pronouns in a role-playing game. I'm going to repeat this one more time for the people with lobotomies. A role-playing game. A genre where you can be anyone and anything, and you get mad that Bethesda gave players options on a role-playing game. This is a screen you can literally glaze over in 2 seconds. They hated him because he spoke the truth. No, motherfucker, he's not Jesus. Never ever say this about a full-grown man who just yelled about pronouns options in a role-playing video game.
And overall, video games as a whole have just been getting worse and worse as the years progress. What we're going to be discussing here today is a possible solution.
Remove all black people. Sweet Baby Inc. The tumor of gaming, truly. Every single bad game created was because of those dirty, dirty, sweet babies. Golem, Rise of Kong, Walking Dead Destinies. It's all from those evil, elite, sweet babies.
God of War, for example, used to be one of my favorite franchises of all time, but with this new reboot saga of Kratos being a much more emotional and, I guess, down-to-earth character, you can really tell that the series is no longer what it used to be, and it makes sense, especially when you consider the fact that a outside party like Sweet Baby Inc. is making these horrible narrative decisions.
Hey, dumbass! Hey! Griffin Gaming, get this through your thick, 8-inch, mite-infested, cum-filled, brain-rotted skull. There is something called character development. People change, especially after major events. Characters in real-life people are shaped by external events or their environment. People and well-written characters are, in fact, not one-dimensional. They change and they're molded. They evolve over time when they experience different situations and perspectives. The important word you should take from that is perspective. The ability to have empathy and put yourself in someone else's shoes is a powerful ability that most people lack. If you ever find yourself in an argument or a conflict or in a disagreement, there's a reason to why they think that. They're not dumb, stupid, and woke and trying to brainwash you with sissy radio waves. They're telling you something because they truly believe it and they truly do feel that. Now, this whole video is claiming that Sweet Baby Inc. is like the Illuminati. Let me just tell you one thing. Sweet Baby Inc. isn't the next Illuminati that is trying to take over your precious video game industry. This is a writing company that gets chosen to edit or consult writers into making stories more inclusive without taking the core story away. It's not like they have the original narrative team at gunpoint telling them to make your favorite straight white male protagonist gay. For all the mouth breathers out there claiming that this story didn't purposefully toss the real Spider-Man to the side for this cheap copy can hold that L. Next game, Peter will maybe get to be the damsel in distress for Miles to save. Spider-Man 2 is truly a dumpster fire. Now, before I take my daily estrogen and ingest my soylent, I want you to reread that first sentence. Real Spider-Man. The whole beauty of Spider-Man is the fact that he wears a mask. Anyone can be Spider-Man. Doesn't matter about their race or gender or where the fuck they come from, because you even got Stan Lee saying this shit, and that's one of the reasons that makes Spider-Man so great.
To be completely fair, Miles does originally become Spider-Man after Peter Parker in his universe dies. Fuck. What does that even mean? So this could be his end off, instead of dying, not trying to defend Insomniac, horrific political writing in a way. Bro, what does that mean? His universe dies? Huh? What? I don't know, bro. I guess they blow up the universe.
Alright, Earthworm Jim, listen up. Clearly, all the wokeness has gotten to this troglodyte's brain because he clearly can't understand a simple sentence one of his fans wrote in defense of the writing in Spider-Man 2. Literally, in the first sentence is that Peter Parker dies in his universe, which is referring to him dying in Spider-Verse. Now, I know you have the comprehension skills of a second grader, but just stick with me here, okay? The meaning of woke is dead, and these creators killed it from their inability to tolerate different kinds of people. And we all know diversity is a big no-no for gamers. So I just wanted to end this video off on a really good note and a message from the Afro Nation Members League. As a member of the Afro Nation Member League, I would like to state that although the term woke was coined by one of our sisters, the term itself has been hijacked and corrupted in meaning. Therefore, we would like to affirm that we do not identify nor do we ascribe to this new woke term and strongly stand against it. Our fight remains our fight. Please excuse us from your politics and madness. From the Afro League. This shit is like the Justice League, but black people. I kind of want to join.
Just flub up a little bit, just flex. Just show off my raw mask.